Right, thought I'd do a quick vid of the new pack from Colin. This is the Tramplite Pack in Dyneema. Colin offers this pack in a number of different fabrics. The two different weights of Dyneema, this being the heavy one, the 4.5 ounce Dyneema. Also in sil nylon, different X packs, and Cuban, the Cuban hybrid. I opted to get a robust pack, knowing it'll be a little bit heavier, but to get the heavy duty Dyneema. I wanted this pack to last me some time, and I've also got other packs in other fabrics. So in this weight of the pack is 650 grams in this fabric, 654 grams to be exact, all in. Colin estimates the capacity to be about 55 litres from memory. It is an absolutely superbly made pack. The attention to detail from Colin is impeccable. There isn't a stitch out of place across the whole pack. Some innovative features on there which we'll have a look at. Don't want this to be a long video, just a little first look. I've only had it for a week or so. So what have we got? We've got a back pocket, pleated back pocket with an expandable shot cord at the top. We've got two side pockets, one on either side. These have a nice feature that they have little holes in the bottom, so that you can stash an ice axe vertically with the point down through either the front or the back, but the central portion is solid, so you can have items coming out through the bottom of the side pockets. Compression cords on either side with line locks at the top and the bottom. 3-position sternum strap. Spoken to Colin that these are positioned quite low down. Mine's in the top position, and it's still a fraction low, so I think in further packs he's going to make, he's going to move these up slightly. This being the first pack that Colin's produced. A fixed waist belt with padding inserted through the central slot, so this is fixed in place, stitched in place. Double straps so you can cinch in both above and below your hips for a nice tight fit for the waist belt. That works very well. Then we do have this frame, which is pretty unique, I think. We've got a carbon strut going the length of the pack. This is a 4mm carbon strut, so it's quite flexible, and that's part of how the frame works. Then with a spreader bar at the top, which is held in place by these little cord locks. So when the pack is very lightly loaded, these carbon struts which form the frame are only lightly flexed, meaning that all of the weight is on the hip belt with very little on the shoulders. The shoulder straps sit quite high, the way Colin's designed it, so the shoulder straps almost act like load lifters rather than wrapping over your shoulders. When the pack is much more heavily loaded, there is flex in these carbon struts, which allows some of the weight then to be taken onto your shoulders, reducing the weight on your hips, so the shoulders do their bit of the work. So I haven't loaded this pack up very heavily as yet, just with a light load, and there certainly is a little bit of flex in the frame, transferring some of the load from your hips back up to your shoulders. Roll top closure on the top with a safety whistle, and then a top compression strap. Now the bottom of the pack is one of the pack's most unique features, in so much as the bottom of the pack opens. The bottom of the pack is held closed by 3 poppers. These straps, which double up as attachment straps, for example for a sleeping pad on the bottom of the pack, but also the bottom is held closed by part of the attachment of the shoulder straps pulling in on the bottom of the pack. Now the bottom of the pack opens, let me see if I can do this one-handed. Bottom of the pack opens fully, so excuse me, as these straps just release from the little hooks. So the bottom of the pack opens fully, which I'll probably use for just stashing my waterproofs. So waterproof jacket, waterproof trousers, in this case just some Cuban chaps, and then Colin also produces an extra large Cuban liner which opens both at the top and the bottom via a draw cord, which you can cinch in good and tight, and that would give you then further access to the items in the bottom of your pack itself. Now whether I'll use that or not remains to be seen. I normally put my sleeping bag in the bottom of the pack, although other down clothing could be in the bottom of the pack, so maybe a down jacket for a cold stop. I think the most handy usage of this bottom opening would be to put wet waterproofs, so you can put them in and out at the bottom without risking the other items in the top of your pack getting wet. So I like that. So all in all, 654 grams Dyneema Tramplite Pack, handmade by Colin Ibbotson in the UK. Just need to get out and load it up properly. Well, I hope you found that of interest. If any questions that I can help with, just pop a little note at the bottom and I'll see if I can answer them. Okay.